one of my friends who was regularly having her face done, she came in one day on a Monday morning and she was like, Gemma, can you fix my fanny? And I was like,
it's a big ask on a Monday morning, isn't it?
Do we get a coffee?
On today's episode of Spill the Tea with LLIB, we have the magical Gemma Luxton.
So Gemma, can you share with our listeners more about your business and the unique aspect that sets it apart?
Yeah. So I think I'm the only Vagician that anybody knows. So that's quite useful. Why am I unique? I only use your body's healing properties. I don't use anything else. There's no chemicals involved. Mostly I'm just a facilitator to help your body to heal, to make it healthier. Mm-hmm. And in making it healthier, one of the side effects is that it looks younger and your skin gets tighter. So that's basically what I do. I help you move forward to act the age you are, but make your skin healthier rather than trying to make you look and feel like something you're not. Pretty much, I think that's it.
Absolutely. Wow. We all need Gemma in our lives.
I know. And you mentioned a Vagician. What is that?
So actually, if you Google it, it's not that.
Is that a disclaimer? Do not Google it.
Disclaimer, if you Google it, that is not me.
And now everyone's Googling.
It was a title that was gifted to me by one of my clients, and she said, oh my God, you are a Vagician, you do Vagic. I was like, what are you talking about? Vaginal magic.
Wow.
Which makes you a vagina magician. So yeah, it's quite nice. I'm keeping it. It's copyrighted.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. So tell us, what is that?
Yeah, what does a vagina magician do?
So basically, we use heat, thermal heat imaging, to help your body to recreate your collagen or to make your collagen do what it should be doing. Mm-hmm. So brutally put, I give your collagen a smack and tell it to do its job because it's not doing its job properly. It's got lazy.
Yeah.
That's the short of it. It's really, that's the short of everything
I love that.
Yeah, just give you a smack, but I don't actually smack you. There's no smacking.
No. Especially...
Yeah, there's no internal smacking either. See, this is the thing. Once I said to somebody once, I was like, oh, it's just a dermaplane for your vagina. And they were like, and I said, no, we don't use scalpels either. Okay, so there's nothing to do with scalpels or smacking.
No.
Basically, we use the heat to kill off the collagen, make it grow back because it's lost its fat, it's lost its plump. And by doing that, we structure the vaginal wall, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Making it plumper. So it's got two benefits. One is that it gives you vaginal tightness if you've got a bit loose by tightening the skin inside. Also helps with moisture. So if you're a bit dry, it can help you to just re-lubricate, basically. It takes your vagina back to what it was. That's all I do is I take your body back to what it was by getting your collagen to do what it was before. And then if it's very plump, your collagen, it can lift your bladder. And that's the most important part of this, is it stops or massively reduces leakage, urinary leakage. Wow. So that in itself, all right, you don't leak anymore, that's perfect. But also the people that are worried to go outside because they've got to find a toilet, or there's really big business women standing there like, I'm in charge of all this. Oh, I'm not in charge of my vagina and my bladder. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's a huge issue, isn't it? You know, I think as women, again, we're just sort of missold this information that, you know, oh, you've had a baby, so, you know, that's what happens. You know, you're not going to be able to jump on a trampoline anymore. Chances of you being able to run are slim to none. And now we've even got the yoga advert, haven't we? That's normalising, you know, the always pads. And, you know, well, you know, you're going to wet yourself if you do yoga as well. And every woman out there is just going, oh, well, you know, this is what we've got to get on with. This is part of the course, kind of. And you're saying it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, it's not. And you don't even have to have babies. That's the other thing. No. So your collagen, your body, it just gets old. That's it. We have to suck that part up. There's nothing we can do. We do just get old. You know, that's just the thing. But
take a minute.
We can do it. We can make changes to our body like synthetically, or we can start, like you can have a surgery. You can go down that route, or you can start with the natural. And actually, it's 60 minutes maximum of your time to try and stop that leakage.
Yeah. Wow.
You can, I'm not saying you can do yoga if you couldn't do it before, to be honest with you. You probably still can't do it. But if that's what you want to do, success cases are amazing. People running, jumping, sneezing.
Love that. Sneezing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
I mean, they still sneeze.
Yeah.
They don't leak anymore.
Yeah. They sneeze and don't jump up and run.
It blew my mind when I found out about it. It blew my mind. And so, yeah.
So what inspired you then to venture into this particular industry? Because this isn't something you've always done, is it?
No. So I wasn't necessarily inspired, more as I fell into it.
Okay.
I didn't mean I fell into a vagina. I fell into
Always a good thing. Always good.
So basically, I was in the Air Force as a medic 24 years ago, and I was getting ready to leave, and I thought, I actually don't want to work. I just want to look up after my kids, and I just want to be a phlebotomist in a hospital, because how hard can that be in school time? So I did a course. That was it.
Wow.
And on that course, I found out about the vampire facials, using your blood products and healing your body that way. And I don't believe people. I'm a bit of a, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I did loads of research into it. Found out it actually is a thing. So I thought, well, now I'll just be a phlebotomist who sometimes helps people to rejuvenate their face. And then the Rejuvelux idea came to fruition, and I was like, sorted. So now I'll just do that. And then one of my friends who was regularly having her face done, she came in one day on a Monday morning, and she was like, Gemma, can you fix my fanny? And I was like,
wow, it's a big ask on a Monday morning, isn't it?
Do we get a copy?
Was she like best mate?
Yeah, she was a good mate, to be fair.
Please
but
don't
she was
No,
like,
what do you mean? Do you saying it needs fixing?
I don't know.
it's fine. If it needs fixing, I know a really good Vagician. But yeah, so that was it. And I kind of looked at her a bit mental and thought she wanted needles put near it. And she'd seen it on America's program.
Oh, okay.
You know, the housewives in America.
Yeah.
I think the equivalent
Just
over
where
here
all
is
the
the
best
Cheshires.
ideas come
Obviously. So I said, no, go away from me, you absolute weirdo.
Yeah.
from.
And then she
It's a
sort
right
of,
response.
yeah. And then she asked me again, and I looked into it, and I looked and I did my research. I was like, oh, I can do this. I just
So
have
did
to
you
go
run
and train
back
into
into
this.
here a couple of
No.
Mondays later? I can fix your vagina.
Tell you what, just for you, I'll do this course.
Wow.
So I went away and learnt about it, and then and that kind of overtook what they did call vampire facials. It's moved on now with your fibrins and your bloods, and now specialise in that.
Wow. Does it hurt?
She's very grateful.
Yeah, I bet.
Does it hurt? No. So I've had it done because not obviously, but I don't like to do things to people that
you
I
wouldn't.
haven't had done.
Yeah.
Love that.
Because I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
I did try and film it. Wasn't okay. Didn't put that on
Did
anywhere.
you do your own?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I had it done by
Do
someone
you
else.
do yoga?
Oh, no, but maybe I should. I had it done by someone else to make sure that it was done properly.
Yeah.
And then I tried to do it myself to explain the
Okay.
feelings as I was going through. That video did get deleted. It didn't.
Yeah.
I thought that was the other Vagician at that stage, so we moved away. But yeah, it doesn't hurt.
No. Amazing.
As you're going around, there's a lady the other day compared it to pulling a tampon out.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming she means a little bit dry.
Yeah.
When your tampon's a little bit dry and you pull it out, and there's a bit of a tugging feeling. Now there's different areas that are slightly more of a pull or tug. And that's if you're ovulating on that side. Or down at the bottom, between your bum and your vagina where you've got your perianal tissue there. Because it's a little bit less used, I suppose, is the best way of using it. But yeah, it doesn't hurt.
This is blowing my mind. I feel like
Blew
my
my
face
mind.
on this recording will just be like, I'm trying really hard to show neutral face.
Is it a good
and
way,
interest.
though? Blowing your mind in a good way, that's fine.
It
She's
is.
so, honestly, this is
The quietest she's been.
probably.
It makes me traumatised about the fact that a friend could come in and ask you to fix it.
It's a squatty thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Squatty thing.
So tell us about the squatty thing then, because again, you that was a whole experience in itself for you. Like, what was that journey like?
So that was another mistake. Ish. My whole life has been a series of very fortunate events.
Okay.
I've decided I'm going to write a book on that one day.
I think that is a book,
A
though, so I
series.
think that
I think
might
it's
be
unfortunate
unfortunate.
events,
So you're
but
just
mine
going
are
to
very
go
fortunate.
Yeah.
I'll just use my dyslexia and say I forgot to spell it properly.
Yeah,
I don't have to
okay. Yeah, just copyright
Just
purposes.
copyright, yeah. So yeah, I joined the Air Cadets when I was younger, and I lived in an area where you either married a squaddy or got pregnant by one.
Oh, wow.
Or you joined up.
Yeah.
So I joined up, and everybody was like,
Best
I'll give
option.
you 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And I thought, I'll give me probably 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I don't tend to do as I'm told, and I don't keep my mouth shut. Quite opinionated. And I managed to get through basic training, trade training. And then, like I say, 22 years later, I retired after full service, and then nipped myself off and rejoined the voluntary reserves on the weekends now. Yeah, because I miss it. I miss the camaraderie. But the teaching, so much teaching through there. You know, I was teaching baby medics all the way through, and just I love the education side of it. That's my plan, hopefully, to educate people on the vaginal rejuvenations and other ways that you can look after your body.
Yeah.
And I think all the teaching backgrounds helped me.
Yeah, definitely.
You've definitely taught us a lot today. What do you find most fulfilling then about the work that you do? So when you, across all of the work that you do, like what fills you up the most?
It is probably when people come into me a week after they've had a treatment and they say, I didn't have to get up and pee last night. That was amazing. The one lady that said that. Then about 2 weeks after her treatment, she came back in and she said to me, I just had sex with my husband. I was like, thank you. She said, I felt stuff. I haven't felt stuff for 15 years. And these stories, you know, what's happened to them is, that's what makes it worthwhile. And that's what makes me want to shout out. You know, it takes up to 3 months to get your full results. So sometimes when you have, after a week and you're saying to me, oh, this is brilliant. And I do say to people, you know, that's kind of superficial sometimes. But if you've had that good a result, then the rest of the results are coming. So
just you wait.
Stand by, It's that's why I do it,
Yeah, you can come across as someone who really gets a lot from pouring to others and seeing their journey like sparkle and
and when they can smile and this just you sat and smile to people all day long and you think, oh, I've just leaked over there or I've just done this over there. But when you can actually sit there and smile and think, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I did a skip. Oh, I can't skip, but I did a skip. And I didn't leak. And that made my child so happy.
Yeah.
And so, it's the happiness that it gives other people, I think, and the reclaiming of their own body. Yeah.
So what's the plans for the future then? Will there just be another accident at some point and who knows?
Possibly. I think I want everybody to know. So I think I want to franchise to a degree.
Oh, wow.
I want to teach people. So go backwards a little bit. Currently, I'm making sure that not only can I help you, facilitate your body, healing your vagina, but also that I can educate you on how to maintain it and your vaginal health and other areas. I'm not going down the menopause route, but I am going to look at hormones and I am looking into how we can maybe do a package for you. If you're struggling, can we do some blood tests? Can we then speak with your doctor? Because a lot of GPs don't know anything about menopause, hormones, anything else. They'll send you off to a urologist for your urine. They send you to a gynecologist because you're a woman and something's broken. And actually what I want to do is have a one-stop shop where you come in and you say, this is shit, this is what's happening. We figure it all out together. And then if we can fix it with a vaginal rejuvenation or any other treatment, then we will. And if we can't, then that's fine. We'll just signpost you to the right people and get it done. What I hate is people disappearing into a back alley because, you know, somebody on one of those platforms has said, I'll do it for $5 for you. And they end up with burns. Because it's safe to have a non-surgical vaginal rejuvenation if you're using the right equipment and you've got the right practitioner. So people don't have to come to me, obviously, come to me for advice. You can go anywhere you want, but just make sure that you check out your practitioner.
That's so true. Yeah. So that's for everything, isn't it?
Everything, absolutely everything.
Everything, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
So, no, just Gemma.
Yeah.
That was funnier in my head.
It was funny. I found it funny.
Just trying to
takes Cal a minute.
myself together. Yeah, God, that was a lot. But yeah, just Gemma. Although you are like women's
God.
God.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm having that.
The God for women. There to support us all and on our women's health. God, I'm so blown away. I can't even remember which question we're up to. Claire. Yeah, if you could point me in the right direction of the question.
Gemma God, if you could spill the tea with anyone, who would you choose and why?
So I thought about this question because I've heard you say it loads of times. And I was looking at Socrates because I thought that was a really grown-up answer to say. Then I realised that was too grown-up for me.
Well, yeah, you just made the God joke. So yeah, 100% too grown-up.
And then I was like, oh, maybe a cave woman. Let's find out how they did it. And then loads of things that have happened, like I don't have hay fever and having this today, making me all bunged up. I decided Mother Nature. Yeah. That's who I'm speaking to.
Have a chat.
Yeah.
I want to know if she's actually got this sixth sense of humour where she's decided that we as women should have absolutely everything thrown at us, every obstacle that we should have to overcome. And she's like laughing, going, or if
maybe
she genuinely realised, maybe she's a he
maybe
or
we're
a
all
they.
just being tricked.
Maybe she's not even Mother Nature, she's Martin Nature.
There was just like Chinese whispers along with the thing, and it's all
That's it. It's the Gandhi effect.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. Gandhi effect, whatever effect it is. And he is having a laugh at us, and he's like, "Oh, men don't have to do any of this."
It is difficult, isn't it? Come on, like we really do, and I'm not like doing the moaning, but we do go through the motions, don't we? Like month after month. But it's not even just your cycle and your hormone. It's like life in general as a woman. And I know it's getting, and I'm not going to say it's getting better, but it's getting more, people are getting more educated around that.
We're a long way off equality, though. Let's not sugarcoat it.
But it's still there, isn't it? It's still very much there at the centre of it. And I just think whether we do right from wrong sometimes, like and this is why we created this platform, because women for so long have been, I don't know, just not together. Like we've spoken in the past about women having to meet up in the forests, like going back way, and having those like washrooms and all being like around and talking and helping, and the red tents where women would go, even still now in some parts of the world, they'd support each other through childbirth. And now women are just so busy with themselves and their lives and the family. Like we barely get to go and see that friend who's had a child, let alone take her a lasagna or, doing that. And I just think supporting women in general together moving forwards is what we're all about. And it sounds like that's what you're all about.
I think we have to start a lot earlier with the education as well. So my 7-year-old daughter is currently, I feel sorry for you with your job. You have to look at vaginas. Yeah. And I say to her, it's not a sorry thing.
Yeah.
Imagine all those people I can help. And now she's like, I'm learning. And now she's trying to, hopefully she's not educating too many people, because I don't want parents coming knocking on my door with the wrong information. But she says, do you know about the menopause? And she's now saying, she's a bit 8 and she's still saying it, but she's educating about menopause. And if we start them that young, women can rule the world.
The schools are trying to do that, aren't they? The schools have had a bit of backlash recently here in Liverpool, of introducing like the correct words, like vagina, and they're doing that, as young as like key stage 1, and some people have like uproared about it, and actually that's what it's called.
It doesn't help with social media because if you were to write the word vagina, you get banned.
Wow.
So you have to then call it something that it isn't
called. But you can wear something and post it with like nearly your vagina out.
Yeah.
And not get taken off social media. Yeah. Not that I do that. I really don't do that. I haven't got a secret page somewhere that does that.
Sometimes it's just best to stop and say that you haven't had that. There's no page.
But it is. You can see them all over Instagram, like just barely with a bikini on, but you can't talk about the health. Yeah. Like it's not right.
It's not, is it? So I have set up a YouTube. I'm not very good with social media, I'll be honest with you, but I have set up a YouTube channel to now try and educate, because they can't take things down then. Yeah. Whereas other platforms, you get warning after warning, and it's all about educating.
Please do send us that link as well, and we'll make sure to include that within this episode for anyone who's watching who like more information.
It's very new. I think there's about 3 things on it at the moment. But if you want something on it, then let me know, and obviously
absolutely 100%.
Questions on there.
Yeah. Well, we have a closing tradition on the show, and I'm really looking forward to your answer. I really am, because I don't know which way it's going to go.
No.
On the show, we ask our guests if they were to make myself or Cal a perfect cup of tea, how would you make it?
So as soon as I found out I was coming on here, I started experimenting with tea to make sure that I had exactly the right answer.
God, you are a real researcher, aren't you? Don't do things by heart.
No, not at all.
I'm excited.
So I've done it both ways.
Yeah.
I have done it both ways. And I found that if you take the tea bag out before you put the milk in, it's a little bit tart. It's always Yorkshire tea at this time, by the way. Always Yorkshire tea. It's a little bit strong and tart, whereas if you put the milk in, it's softer. And I wonder if it's because of where I was brought up and how I was given tea over the time. But if you put the sugar in before you put the tea bag in, it's actually nicer, regardless of which way you do it, because the sugar melts. Random fact there. Yeah. You don't have to have sugar. It's not compulsory. So, I am going to say that I like it slightly better with the milk in, with the tea bag in.
Yeah,
However,
sometimes.
I am going to caveat that with the fact that I've just found Welsh tea now. So I'm moving away from Yorkshire tea because Welsh tea bags have been made and they are beautiful.
Well, our guest actually brought us some
Yeah,
Welsh
she
tea
did.
bags, and they were
She
delicious.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
love that.
She said that you have to take the tea bag out before putting the
Did
milk
she?
in. Yeah,
She did.
yeah.
The-
Otherwise, they're just really awful and it just doesn't work.
The fact of
Yeah.
the matter is I don't drink tea, I drink coffee and I drink it black from a coffee bag. So
From
I
a
never
coffee
put
bag?
milk
Coffee
in.
bag?
I
Coffee
never
bag?
put milk on the coffee bag because I don't drink milk. And
See,
I
you
leave the
never
bag
put milk
in.
on the coffee bag? Why don't you put milk on the
I
coffee
don't
bag?
drink milk.
Because it's not allowed.
Milk.
Go on the bag.
It probably wouldn't go on that. But they're different bags as well though.
Are they like
Yeah.
a special?
I need to
bag?
see this bag before.
Yeah,
you leave,
yeah,
please,
I've got
today.
your coffee bag, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can try it. You'll be spill the coffee now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't
What
answer
do you
your
mean, you
question,
want
I just
coffee?
do more research.
Oh,
Sorry.
God. Yeah.
You did your research.
did your
and you know
research.
what?
Research.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking the time to do that, even though you're a team Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do give it a hug or a clutch when I take it
Yeah.
out. So.
Yeah.
Definitely. We all need a
Yeah.
hug. We all need a hug. You've been such a memorable, incredible guest.
And I can't wait
on
to
the
see
show.
where
Yeah.
this all leads.
Absolutely.
And long
100%.
may women's vaginal health be on the increase.
Yeah, definitely.
More
And your
awareness,
wellbeing
definitely.
hub be on its way soon.
Yeah.
So needed.
That
So
will
needed for
happen.
so many women.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Gemma.
And get well soon.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
Mother Nature, isn't it?
Mother Nature.
Thank you.
Martin Nature.
Martin Nature.